And look at this. I just want to show you in daylight. Look at this shit. And what's happening, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So I have a truck video for you guys today, and obviously, as you can see, I have all my parts laid out on the tailgate, and my service fuel filter light came on, and I have a 2021 Ram 2500, the Cummins Diesel, and we got two filters on that, the main fuel filter in the front, and then the filter water separator type in the back. And obviously both of them are canister filters. The water separator used to be like an oil filter type, and I don't know why they changed it, because that would have been so much easier to do. I guess, you know, they just want to make everybody's life a living hell. So I actually called up the dealership and asked them, you know, what the service would cost on something like this, and they're talking about, you know, the guy was like $350, and I know that he's not even including tax yet. So you're looking at around $400, and, you know, parts, labor, tax, all of that stuff. And that's a lot for these, you know, for these filters. And so what I had to do my own research, and obviously I do most of my own stuff. And I found this one maker, Mars Ram, and I got both of the filters for about $30. Now, before I even purchased it, just because it's cheap, that doesn't mean, you know, it's good. I actually look at all the reviews, and it actually has really, really, really good reviews. And it actually matches up to the same as stock diesels. Stock diesels, you know, they have their stuff that, I think their stuff is like around $80, and obviously they have a good name. It's a 3-layer type filter, and guess what? So is this. And actually, this company actually makes also a 7-layer type filter. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, they're doing something right. But there are many makers that you can find, especially like on Amazon and stuff like that. Same, you know, and matches up to the OEM part numbers, which I'll put that up. Food for thought, there's a couple things that you're definitely going to need. One, I'm going to go out and help you with this. So one, you're going to need a 28mm short socket. I have many tools, and it's so conveniently skipped 28. Okay, you're gonna need a swivel head, extension, a torque wrench, and hopefully a torque wrench adapter with either a 1/2 inch or 3/8, depending on what you have. I have all my parts over here. You're gonna need, if you want to make this neat, you're gonna need some clear hose. This is the hose that they give you that comes on the truck. They give you this shitty piece of hose because it comes on there. And when you first, there's a yellow cap that you have to loosen to bleed the fuel system. Guess what? This is too short. The diesel is gonna fall all over your differential, everywhere. It's gonna spray. It's gonna spill everywhere. So what I would suggest to you, take, you know, this thing cost me like I think $6 to $10 or something like that. It's ID 1/2 inch, so the inner diameter is about 1/2 inch. It's a 1/2 inch hose, and the outer diameter is 5/8. I'm gonna link everything in the description, and this is a 10-foot long hose. So I'm gonna cut a good length of it and zip tie it up to where, now the next time I have to do this, I don't have to worry about something like this, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm gonna zip tie it up to the chassis where it can't bounce or dangle or anything like that. So now once I loosen it and the fuel starts draining, guess what? It's gonna drain right into the pan. I don't have to worry about it spilling everywhere. Obviously, these are the filters right here. Guys, they come very well packaged, and they come obviously plastic sealed. Don't forget, inside of the filters in here, they have the gaskets. Okay, the gaskets that you have to use. Okay, so just, you know, food for thought. Now guys, people, you know, I mean, you have service intervals. I've seen it online. They recommend changing your fuel filter. I saw one every 6,000 miles. I saw one every 10 to 25,000 miles according to how you drive. And I think that is a very important note to take in, because this is all about how you drive and how you use your car. So I know for a fact that the person who had this truck before me beat the hell a bit out of this thing. So now I'm showing this truck a lot of TLC, you know what I mean, and care. And I definitely don't abuse my cars, but I'm doing everything. So I have videos to put out. I already serviced the differentials. I pretty much did do everything on the truck. And as you saw from previous videos, like I replaced like my entire EGR system. So the truck is getting a lot of love, okay? Now, here's one thing I also bought. This is the part number for it right here. And shouts out to Diesel Filters Online. They're in Jersey. This came to me next day. Here's the part number. It's 68436815AA. Guess what this is? This is the rear. This is the rear canister cover. See it? Comes with a brand new gasket as well. Guess what? So I went underneath. That's to map out what I need and what I need to do. Okay? And half of this right here is missing. So whoever was freaking changing this either broke it at the beginning and just left it alone, okay? Or when they were putting it back together, broke it at the end, and that was it. But this shit is crazy. Look at this. 28 short socket. Perfect fit. So this 28 socket is gonna fit both front and rear, guys. So remember that. A short socket would be extremely good. So guys, as I was saying, service intervals are extremely important, but if you drive or use the truck like, you know what I mean, like you really use the truck and this thing undertakes a lot of work, I would definitely make a goal to writing down and doing everything under severe driving conditions. So anywhere from 6 to 10,000 miles, changing your fuel filters and servicing your differentials, things like that, okay? Later at the end of the video, we're gonna go over how to reset the fuel filter light and all that, and how to prime the system when you're finished installing everything, okay? So it's a little bit of stuff to undertake, but let's get on with it. All right, guys, so here's the front fuel filter. Now I just want to show you, so that yellow cap, okay, what you need to do, you got to turn that, which relieves pressure. It relieves that diesel pressure, okay, and allows fuel to drain. Now I don't know if you could see it, but right below that I took off that shitty plastic hose and I attached another short hose because I wanted to make sure it fit, because it's a 1/2 inch. I wanted to make sure it fit and it didn't fall off. So I've been driving with it for a week and it's still there. So now we know that we're gonna be good. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do, I'm gonna pull that hose off. I'm gonna put the new hose on, okay? And then we're gonna turn that to start relieving pressure from the system, all right? All right, guys, so hopefully you guys can see this. So if you follow that yellow tube down, you'll see that plastic hose I just put on, and it's a decent length. So it's probably running down, you know, decently to the bottom. Let's see. On top of the diff up there, I could see it. So I'll show you that in a sec. So now all you got to do to make things easy, I'm gonna disconnect the PCM right here. And then just make sure, guys, you can either tape this up, just make sure you don't damage that, and make sure you plug it back in afterwards. This is gonna give you some leverage to put your extension right through here to get to the top of that filter, okay? All right, guys, so that's the hose right here running from the top. It's a pretty good length. Like, it's literally, this thing literally can touch, if I stretch it out, it'll probably touch the ground. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna use this first to drain all the diesel and whatnot in here, okay? And then afterwards, I'm gonna I might just roll it up, zip tie it, leave it at that length, or either cut it, I don't know. I think wrapping it, rolling it up, and I think rolling it up might be a better option and zip tying it up where, you know, the next time I can get it, I think that'll actually be a better option. So let's start draining this bad boy. All right, so I just curled it up right here, and it's gonna flow right into the pan right here, okay? All right, guys, just a heads up, we still got diesel flowing out. So once you crack that, it's literally like a quarter turn to crack that yellow cap to start bleeding the diesel off. And this is the reason why you want to have a good piece of hose down there. This shit is so strong. You get this shit on your clothes, you're gonna wish you didn't get this shit on your clothes. So now, once you crack the actual filter, okay, once you turn it and the pressure starts getting relieved, the fluid starts flowing faster through the hose, okay? All the more reason, put a good length of hose on there so that diesel is going into, like, you know, whatever waste container you have, okay? So we're gonna wait until it drains. See it right here? Wait until it drains. As I said, this worked perfectly. So what I did was I put the socket, I put the 28 mil socket on there, okay? And then I put the swivel on there, and then I ran the extension behind this right here, the oil dipstick, ran it right behind, and it was perfect. Like no issues whatsoever, okay? All right, guys, here's the old one. You're gonna have to use a little bit of force to pull that bad boy up from in there, just as a heads up. Also, there's a spindle that sticks up. It's in that shape, so you really can't get this wrong when you're putting this in. You really can't get it wrong. You know what I mean? Just put it in according to the shape. Now, the gasket is literally at the base of the threads on the housing itself. This gasket right here, this is the new one. This was inside of here in a bag, okay? It was in that bag right there. Please don't forget it. The other one is the same thing, okay? So I'm gonna take, you could hopefully, I don't know if you know, I mean, if you got like a long pinky nail or a small little flathead or something, just pry up the gasket, pull it off, put a little diesel on this one, and put it back on there. All right, guys, so that's the old gasket right here. About to slap the new one on. Simple stuff. My fingertips got some diesel on it on this gloves. I'm just pretty much circulating the gasket on the glove. So now it's pretty much lubed up and all nice and shiny, and just put it in there. Let me see if I could do it with the camera. It's a good thing I literally parked this truck close to my trailer, because this stool is not high enough. I'm literally using the wheels to pivot myself into the engine bay to get this shit done. What a pain in the ass. Okay, from the sound of it, I can hear that I got it around. Okay. Don't want this shit falling on me. Stay over there. Okay, let's see. Okay, seems good. Yep, gasket is all the way around at the bottom of the base of the threads. That's it. This stuff is like pretty simple. Now, let me see, where's my light? Just want to show you the threads, how they look. I don't know if you could see that. This light is dying. So that it looks like an oval okay? So how the truck is parked right now, this oval, it points like east to west. So I'm literally gonna be facing the oval like this, where the ends of the oval is this way, east to west, how my truck is parked. Okay. Right in. Now, once you go in there, press it firmly, and that should be it. Let's double check. That's it. Now, slap this bad boy back on, and we straight. Now, screwing it on. So they're recommending 30.5 Newton meters. So let's say 31 Newton meters. So if I set that up on my torque wrench, we're at roughly about 24 foot-pounds or pound-feet of torque. So I'm gonna set it to that. Okay, I just want to get another extension, a short extension, so I have better leverage. Oh, there we go. We hear that click. One more time. Are we good? So 30.5 Newton meters. All right. And we're good. And let me tell you, no spillage. Holy shit, that's actually pretty awesome. Don't forget, guys, plug back in the PCM. And one thing, do not forget, so that PCM is locked. Do not forget that yellow cap that we started bleeding from. Don't forget to lock this shit back. Don't forget, you gotta close it. Otherwise you're gonna be real mad. All right, so we're good. We torqued it down, filters replaced, gaskets replaced. We locked that yellow bleeder back. PCM is locked. Time to the rear. All right, guys, so obviously you can see the hose running there, running to right there. I zip tied it right here and snipped off that piece. So now it can just stay there. You know what I'm saying? And obviously I'll monitor it over a couple weeks, make sure it doesn't fall out. And that's really it. So let's get to the rear. All right, guys, so I just want to show you this to add some context. So obviously this piece is gonna be, facing the ground. Now, obviously to bleed this, obviously you turn this counterclockwise, fluid is gonna start coming out to bleed it, okay? Now if you want, see this right here? This is, I think it's like a 1/4 inch hose. This is from like my brake bleeding kit. Guess what? This works just fine. Just pop it on right here. And you can guide the fluid, you know what I mean? So a 1/4 inch hose would probably help you out in the rear, 1/2 inch hose inner diameter to the front. And that's it, okay? So let's get going. Hopefully, you know, hopefully I can get this thing out, and when we go under the car, you'll see for yourself what I'm talking about. It's literally half of this is broken off, bro. I don't even know what to say. All right, guys, so I attached that 1/4 inch hose and I ran it into the 1/2 inch one because I don't have a long 1/4 inch hose. Okay, let's loosen this real quick. There we go. There we go. For a second, I thought this shit was not gonna come out. I was like, yo, I'm not letting this shit splash on me. All right, looks like it's done draining a little bit. I'm gonna close this back, see if I can crack this loose. Let's see. Let's see what I can do here with this thing. Okay. Don't splash on me. Okay. Let me see. You think this thing is gonna work? Do you see what I'm saying? There's half of the damn freaking threads on here. Shit. If this shit actually works, I don't know what. Hold on one second. Let's see. I don't know. This is a long shot, guys. This is a long shot. Oh, God. Definitely a long shot. Yep, not gonna work. Not gonna happen. Shit. Let's hope this works. Yes. I moved it. Whew, this thing was tight. There was no way I was getting this shit off. With half of that socket thread. Oh shoot. Let me just if I start breaking this shit down, let me just make sure there's no fluid left in there, because then I'm gonna take a freaking bath in diesel, and we don't want that. It's coming. God damn. It's just taking some time. All right, let me time lapse this real quick. Just a heads up. Once you start loosening it like this, the fluid is going to start coming. So just leave the spindle here slightly cracked. Otherwise, you're going to take a serious bath. See how it's coming? It's spilling out right now. Oh, god damn. It's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, god damn. That was my eye. It's a lot of fluid still trapped in there. Okay? So just make sure. Leave that unthreaded, not all the way. And as you turn that canister, you're going to be relieving a lot of fuel pressure. Damn. Oh, shit. Ah. It's a lot of fuel in there. All right, guys. This is the water separator here. This, you're gonna have to take your time with this. This has a lot. This had a lot of freaking diesel in it. Lots and lots and lots. Oh god, still has some there. So just be aware of that. The cool thing is, this new one that I got actually has a gasket in it already. So I don't need to use this new gasket here that I got with the filter. So now, this here, okay, if you look in there, it actually, you'll see two slits at the ends. That's how it goes. Fits in just like a puzzle piece. And that's it right there. This thing is leaking. Yep, fits just like that. Let's will tear some out for me. I'm gonna just lube up this gasket with my dirty ass diesel hands. And we should be straight. Guys, this part should cost you, probably cost you around, I think it's like $66 on dieselfilters.com, and with tax and everything, shipping, I think I paid like 80 bucks. So to get it next day, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. I'm gonna try to get this as tight as I can with my hands. All right, guys, just a heads up. I just finished tightening this up. Now, just to let you know, also the site I mentioned, it's dieselfiltersonline.com. Those guys are great. The canister on this does not have a torque spec like the front. The front is 30.5 or 31 Newton meters, around 24 foot-pounds or pound-feet of torque. This one does not have a torque spec, so I tightened this until it stopped. Lube up the gasket properly, put some diesel on it, lube it up, and let's tighten it until it stops. And that's it, okay? So now it's time to prime the system in order to start this bad boy. Just remember, make sure that this valve over here, make sure that valve is tight. You don't want nothing leaking. All right, guys, so we're nearing the finish line here. Now, one of the most important parts is priming the entire system. Now, I'm gonna put something up on the side. It's a very interesting article that you can see. These cars, the later model years, are self-priming. So it does that with the lift pump. Now, what'll happen is you turn the ignition on in the run position and leave it for around 30 seconds, 35 seconds in the cold, okay? Then you turn it off, let it rest for 5 seconds, and do it again, okay? And after that, you try to start the car. If it idles erratically and whatnot, that is normal, okay? Just as a heads up, okay? Now, if it doesn't start within that 25 seconds, when you try to start it, repeat the priming process again, okay? So let's do this. I have a timer right here, okay? Here we go. Let it sit for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go again. Okay. That's it. All right, guys, so now that we did that, we're gonna start it and let it run for at least 30 seconds. Let's see. Good start. No lights or anything. Now, obviously, guys, you can go into your instrument cluster. Obviously, it says fuel filter service required. So you go into vehicle info and scroll. You'll see like oil life, diesel particulate filter. Scroll until you see fuel filter life and hold down the side button to reset. Confirm reset. Yes. Now we're at 100. And we're good to go. So we're gonna let this idle a little bit. And everything seems to be going well. I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna check for leaks or anything like that. I'll be back in a second. All right, guys, we're good. Everything is freaking bone dry. Bone dry. All right, guys. So we're pretty much, the video is complete. Everything is done. No check engine lights. We reset the light. I showed you how to prime it. And look at this. I just want to show you in there. Look at this shit. And I'll tell you right now, it looks like they couldn't get it off. Okay, they couldn't get it off, and as you can see, there's no torque spec on this. And look at that. What the fudge? So it looks like they were trying to get this off. They couldn't get it off, and this thing looks like it hasn't been changed ever. Like, it is like, god damn. But anyway, guys, definitely like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. As I said before, 1/2 inch hose for the front, 1/4 inch for the back to make this a lot easier. Trust me, you won't regret it, because this shit is gonna spill everywhere. So guys, everything is gonna be in the description, all the links and everything like that. And do yourself a favor, don't get ripped off by these dealerships, because they're all ass. Okay, I've had a horrible experience with dealerships, especially with regards to this truck, and this is why I don't trust them at all. So again, guys, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys soon. Happy wrenching. Take it easy.